For over 50 years, students at Winona Middle School, Winona Senior High, Cotter Junior and Senior High, and Winona State University have had a unique opportunity to learn about how government works firsthand through Model Legislature. This year's Model Legislature was held last Thursday and Friday at the Tow Center on the Winona State University West Campus. The Model Legislature program was started in 1962 by Norm Endahl, and since then, hundreds of students over the years have served as members of the legislature and the governor in the two-day mock legislative session. State Representative Gene Pawlowski, who administered the program from 1975 until 2011, said there is nothing like it anywhere else in the United States.
It's the only model legislature in the state where we focus solely on Minnesota legislative issues. We have a House, a Senate, and a governor's office. The bill book I'm holding, we started preparation in August. There's a website at Winona State, and we'll have approximately 85 students participating today in House, Senate, and 9 standing committees, and they'll balance the budget this morning, and then they will work on their bills in committee this morning, and they'll be in session, House and Senate, this afternoon. This is hands-on learning. Rather than turn to page 444 and memorize how a bill becomes a law, they're about to learn how a bill becomes a law hands-on. They pick a bill, they research a bill, they have to get it passed in at least 4 committees, they have to get it passed in the House and Senate, and then the governor has to sign it. That's how a bill becomes a law. We're looking at approximately 80 bills, give or take, today. How many they'll actually pass is about the same percentage we pass, which is less than 10%.
The student legislators have been researching actual bills that will be taken up during the next Minnesota legislative session and will replicate the process used at the state capitol to make those bills become laws.
This is primary research. They have taken a bill from the Minnesota legislature. They have inserted it in here, and many of them have changed them, and we'll change them today. They learn also how to change a bill using the reviser's formatting. So you will see bills being changed exactly the same way we change them in the legislature.
While the legislative process is as close to the actual process as possible, one thing you won't find at the Model Legislature is political gridlock.
There's no Republican, there's no Democratic designation here. We deal with policy, and of course there are sometimes personalities, but policy is our #1 objective.
Is that why it runs so smoothly?
I would say yes. They get more done in 2 days than we often get done in several months.
I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the constitutions of the United States of America and Minnesota against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Minnesota Secretary of State Mark Ritchie swore in the student legislators and delivered the opening address at this year's event. Ritchie has become a big fan of the Model Legislature.
It's something that not only do I look forward to it for this opportunity, but during each year I get to promote the idea to other schools, high schools and colleges and universities around the state because it's such a unique and such a successful idea. But last year was the first time I found out just all of the history behind it. So I feel like this year I'm coming back with a much even richer and deeper knowledge of, what amazing community institution this really is.
The program has become a seedbed for future political leaders. Pawlowski said many students who have participated have moved on to lives in public service.
Got Senator Jeremy Miller to the Senate. We have students in Washington right now, not in Congress, but serving in Congress. We have had students in the White House serving White House staff, including the President. So there is not a level of government in the United States that has not had one of these students over the last 50 years migrate into that level of government and do public service.
One of those future legislators could be Tristan Vagley. He has participated in Model Legislature for the past 5 years.
It's just a really cool way to learn about how bills go into law and how government works and how it should work. It's really cool to see how efficiently things run without like petty politics getting in the way, and how this generation of future leaders portrays like the world around us and what kind of things we like to pass, stuff like that.
Ritchie believes the program ends up benefiting everyone in the end.
I've become aware and have come to know much more about how many students have been through this program who've gone and become part of the legislative process, become legislators, but also that their experience translates into being, engaged civically, engaged in a community throughout their lives. And, with a program that's, nearly 40 years old, you see community leaders, mayors, and many others. So I think that all of us as Minnesotans end up being the beneficiaries, of course the students first and foremost, but as they walk through life more aware, more informed, more engaged, then all of us end up being the ones who really benefit from this great program.